like, oh my God, these people is married. Like, they said I do to each other mutually. Like, I
back up on my bullshit, back up on the scene. Done dealing with you, don't know how to deal with me. Done fucking with you, don't know how to love me.
Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you are new. Hey girl, hey. So today we are going to be reviewing Love is Blind Season 3, Episode 11. So let's get into it. Before we get into the video though, I need you to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the content. As I said, I'm trying to reach a goal. I really need your help. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Like I always say, especially if you enjoy the content, it should not be an issue with you hitting that subscribe button, okay? So do that for me, and now we can get into it. Okay, so this episode opens up with Bartise and him, like it being on him to give his I do or I don't. And he says, I don't, which I knew he was going to say, I don't. But when I was watching like the little preview for this episode, I heard like a applause and a yay. So I'm like, somebody definitely got married out of these people. And then I realized like, okay, that probably was going to be Alexa and Brennan out of everybody. So but I knew it wasn't going to be them. I knew Bartise was going to say no. My annoyance with him comes in like, because you for one was like, he was asking one of his friends to do the toast at the reception. And it's like, you knew you were not going to say yes to this girl. So why were you doing all of that? Then didn't he sent her a shot or a card or something like that. He sent her to say like, let's do this. We got this or something like that. So it's like, why did you do that when you knew you were going to say no? You knew you were not going to say I do. So please, sir. But mayhem ensued, okay? Because the family of Nancy's family was pissed, okay? They were very upset, and I understand. The brother and the mother, though, out of everybody, they were really upset. Nancy's mother wanted to fight, okay? Because I had said, if I don't tee off on him, then the brothers is going to tee off on him, but little did I know, the mama, she was ready to tee off on him. She was pissed off. Like, she was so mad. And then I also was like, I understood Nancy saying, like, I feel like she wanted to handle it herself in that moment. But I also felt like she was being a little bit harsh to her mom, being like, go away, go away, go away. And maybe, you know, she knew that that's how she had to say it for her mom to like actually leave. I don't know. But she came back. She left and then she came back because she had more to say. She had stuff to say. She had stuff to get off her chest. She was angry, okay? Nancy's mother was pissed. And then the brother was mad too. And then the mother was saying to the brother, like, you were right. And he like, I didn't want to be right. Like, you know what I'm saying? In this situation, I really didn't want to be right. And they were so mad. And I feel like they were probably so mad because he probably reassured Nancy, and then Nancy probably reassured them that all was going to be well. You know what I'm saying? So they probably felt like, what the heck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he was making it seem like he was going to marry her to her. But it's just like, that was, sir, you knew you were going to say, I do not. Why were you talking about a toast at the reception and then sending her shots talking about we got this or whatever the shot said? Like, please. During like when the family was upset and they wanted answers and Bartise was saying like, I don't owe y'all answers and all of that stuff, I felt like he was being too cocky and arrogant about the situation. Like, you just hurt their family member. How about you, like, you know what I'm saying? Be a little bit more gracious in your responses and what you're saying. And then he gonna tell the brother, like, you fucking this whole thing up. And it's like, what? How is he the one messing this up? His reaction is B. You saying I do not is A. B comes after A. So if you wouldn't have blindsided her and said, I do not, then maybe they wouldn't be upset. So like A comes before B, and you saying I do not comes before the people being upset. So how exactly is the brother messing this whole thing up? And then he said it too, like, what? Like, how am I the one messing this up? You messed it up. You said I do not. How was he? I was like, not him trying to like flip the script and place blame on somebody else. Like, this is all you, Playboy. Wear it on the chin. So we finally get Nancy and Bartiz being able to talk, and she said, like, yo, you blindsided me. Like, you sent me the shot and you made it seem like you were gonna say yes, and then to say I don't. And then he was basically trying to say like he wanted to, I guess, have something after this, and she was like, no sir. And it's like, I second that, sis. No, like, no, because the way he went about it, I felt like he was lying to her the whole time. He was pretending the whole time. He knew that he did not want to marry her, and he strung her along, and that is annoying. And I feel like he did it because he wanted to continue to be a part of the show. Now, I don't know if it's like, if they're contractually obligated to continue on, or if they could pull the plug at any point. And if they could pull the plug at any point, then he should have did that, because he knew he did not want to marry her. Then this idiot gonna say he doesn't think that he did anything wrong. And it's like, you were wrong in stringing her along and leading her on. You were wrong for blindsiding her. You were wrong for your responses and reactions to her family. You have to understand that they are only like upset because you hurt their family member. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like responding to them in a way that just go away from me, Bartiz, please. So now it is Alexa and Brennan's wedding day, and I have to tell you, the vibes just felt completely different. I didn't really feel like that. I don't know if y'all heard that, but it just sounded like a whole stampede of something going down the hallway. Jesus Christ. But it just felt like a sense of certainty. Like, I don't know. I just felt like they're for sure gonna get married. Like, I felt like it just felt different. And then even when like Brennan was saying like, you know, she gotta say yes, or we don't know if she's gonna say yes, for whatever reason, like it just felt like this is their actual wedding day. They're gonna get married. Because I feel like in a real world, at a wedding, you don't feel so much angst and just like, oh my God, is this gonna happen? I don't know. Because the people already agreed to marry each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it just felt like that, like a real wedding day. And that was nice. Like, I didn't feel the palpitations. I wasn't like super nervous. Like, I didn't feel any of that while watching them. Alexa's dad, though, when he like started to cry, it made me tear up. And it's just like, you know, like that was a really sweet moment. But Alexa and Brennan both say I do, and that was beautiful. Like I said, I just felt like they were gonna get married. It just felt, the vibes on the wedding day, it just felt like this is their actual wedding. This is not like, no, maybe not, you know. So that was nice for them. And then we cut to Zenab and Cole's wedding day. Now this is where my nervousness was at an all-time high. My heart was in my butt. I was very nervous. But you know what I don't like? I don't like when these people get on here and say, I don't know what I'm gonna say till I get up there. And it's like, do I look dumb? You know what you're gonna say. Please quit playing with me. You know, you have an idea of what you're going to say. So please don't keep telling us that you have no idea what you're gonna say until you get up there. And then I also feel like they say that because they understand the show that they signed up for. They have to have that certain level of suspense, I guess, or just, I don't know, but you know. But anyways, I was also like, what walk was Cole doing? Like, when he walked down the aisle, it was like he was doing a walk of shame. Not you doing a walk of shame into the ceremony? No. So Zenab goes first and she gives her speech, right? This was like after they said like their vows and the prayer and all of that stuff, right? She says her speech and she basically was like, I deserve better than you. You have mistreated me. You have done me wrong, so on and so forth. And then she says, I can't possibly marry you. I'm not the girl for you. I'm not the kind of girl that you need, that will love you, or that will love you the way you want to be loved, or something like that. And then not the friends and the family clapping. I was like, no, they didn't start. They broke out into applause. No. Then I was also like, yo, the people cleared out very quickly. Like, the people cleared out very quickly. I feel like usually they are sitting there for a while, and then the groom and the bride clear out first, and then the people cleared out so quick. I was like, oh my gosh. But then Cole feels blindsided. He starts to cry to his friends and all of that stuff. And he says basically like that he thought she was like a genuine, loyal type of a person, but she kind of like okie doked him. But it's like, she didn't okie doke you. You just were not. But I feel like this is where Zenob's passive aggressive nature doesn't really help, because to him, it's out of nowhere. Because throughout the whole time, she never said anything like, yo, you are degrading me. You're making me feel this way, or whatever the case may be. She didn't like confront it head on and really have a conversation about the treatment or the comments or whatever stuff that he was saying and doing. It was kind of her passive aggressive nature that I feel like made him feel so like blindsided or caught off guard, because he hadn't, like he said, this is the first I'm hearing of any of this stuff, because she never really confronted him about it. So I feel like had she, said things to let him know that she wasn't okay with certain things, then he would have definitely been aware. You know what I'm saying? But whoa. But then we get Zenob's mom going over to Cole, and she is like consoling him, and then he starts to cry, and then he says like he never meant to hurt her. And that was just really sad. But Zenob says like, I could not possibly marry him. She said like, I didn't want to be dirty, but I had to tell him what was up. And it's like, I get it, but you could have said stuff when stuff was happening in the moment, because I feel like that's what people could really take it in and understand. If a kid is touching the stove and they burning themselves and they don't get any correction in that moment, and then 2 days later you like, don't you touch that stove no more, that stove is hot, you don't touch it, and the kid is looking like, what stove, what you talking about? Like, I'm not at the stove. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you have to kind of like confront people about the things that they do wrong or how they treat you in the moment, and confront it head on to really like nip it in the bud. So now it's Matt and Colleen's wedding day, and another wedding day that had my heart beating real fast, very fast. Okay. But they do like a montage of Matt acting like a psycho. And I was just like, wow. And sidebar, okay, I don't like to talk about people's appearance, right? Usually, but it's something about what's this man's name? Matt's beard that is very aggressive. Okay, is it just me? It's something about his beard that just is very aggressive. I don't know. Maybe it's too dark in contrast to his hair, or maybe it's too dense. I don't know, but it is aggressive, that beard. So then we get to them. It's time for them to say if they do or if they don't, right? Colleen goes first, and she says, I do. And when I say I was shook, I did not think that she was going to say I do. She said I do. And then the double kicker was Matt goes next, and then he says I do too. I was like, oh my God, these people is married. Like, they said I do to each other mutually. Like, I was like, wow. I was so shocked. I was not expecting for them to say I do. I did not think that they was going to get married. And then when everybody clapped and stuff and started yelling, that was what I heard in the preview. So I was like, wow, they did it. They really got married. Now, get into counseling, okay? You know what I'm saying? Get in there, because I feel like Matt, and then even when he said like, I'm yours and you're mine, right? It was like, I'm not your possession. Calm down. Slow your roll. You got too much dip on your chip. Like, calm down. No, but like, it just was something about him being like, right? It's like, again, maybe it was the beard that was like being aggressive that made me feel like that was aggressive, but it was just like, slow down. But then we get to see like everybody at their receptions, and well, not everybody. Girl, slow your roll. It was 2 couples that got married. We get to see the 2 couples at their reception, and then we get to hear from like the people that didn't get married, and we see Raven and SK again. And I felt so sad for Raven. She was crying again, and it just was really sad. But yeah, that was pretty much that for this episode. Let me know down in the comments what you thought. I really want to know what you thought, okay? Well, I know you did not think Colleen and Matt was going to get married. I know you were shocked, okay? So let me know down in the comments what you thought. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you are not subscribed. Heavy on that, though. Heavy on a subscribe. Subscribe if you are not subscribed, then I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.